Hey, I just got back from lunch. Did you finish that report yet?
Well, not exactly. Still working on it. I'm not finished just yet. I got a little sidetracked, but I will get them to you first thing this afternoon.
It is first thing this afternoon.
Well, yeah, I understand that, but I mean, I am working on it. I'll have
What do you mean that the report isn't finished yet?
I'm still in the process of working on it. I've just been a little distracted.
Distracted. Our meeting starts in an hour.
I can have it.
No. What were you doing? Were you listening to another hunting podcast again? I swear, I give the staff in this office the freedom to do whatever they want to do as long as they meet a deadline. That is the first bullet underneath your job description. Pays attention to detail and deadlines. And deadlines. Dude, are you even listening to me right now?
Hey guys, if you're looking for a quality bow dealership near Newcastle, Pennsylvania, look no farther than Williams Archery down in Edinburgh, PA, just minutes west of the city. They offer Hoyt, PSE, Elite, Bear, and many more brands. Go check out their bow fishing equipment or stop in for hands-on shooting lessons. Give Ron and Linda a call at 724-667-9660. After you get your bow tuned up at Williams, you're going to need the calls to get the turkeys close enough to shoot. The only way to get a stingy pressured bird close is with a quality custom call from Allen and Friends. They offer V-cuts, combo cuts, and batwing cuts for all of your turkey calling needs. The best part? If you order today with our code WDP, you will pay $5 per call and receive free shipping. Order today on Instagram at ANF_custom calls or by email at ANFcustomcalls@gmail.com.
Welcome to episode 40 of the Whitetail Distraction Podcast. My name's Austin, and joining me in the Rack Shack for the first time ever. Haha, just kidding. He's here all the time. Charles Headland, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good, man. What's going on?
Oh, man, I'm just excited. It's raining, but, I'm excited. It's time to bass fish. Turkey season's over. I'm a little sad about that, and I let 2 tags go to waste, but it happens.
You let 1 tag go to waste.
I had an Ohio tag, too, yeah. My man.
I keep forgetting about that Ohio tag. I let it go to waste, too.
Yeah. I let 2 tags go to waste, so I'm a little bit disappointed in myself, but it happens.
I mean, we didn't let them go to waste. We put effort out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's not really a waste.
I should have killed a bird, though, over in Ohio.
Probably
almost did. Had an opportunity. Blew a couple stalks, so that was bad.
And we didn't go out again. That was the problem. Ohio, I feel wasted. I went 1 time.
Yeah.
PA?
I definitely put my effort in PA.
Which, mind you, I did go and claim that I did not kill a turkey today. I reported that.
I need to do that, too.
Yeah, I figured while I was on there, I might as well go do it because I was looking up the rattlesnake season today.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. I don't want to get bit, but
Don't be a sissy, okay? It's just a rattlesnake. What's it gonna do?
Dude, here's the thing. You've seen how bad I am with spiders. Double that with snakes.
See,
I don't do well.
Okay, so I'm terrible with spiders, but snakes I'm okay with. I can chill with some snakes.
I'm not okay with it.
Like, I'll look at them, I'll handle them, whatever. I'm not going to mess with something like a rattlesnake without the proper equipment.
I'll handle them all the time, dude.
A big rat snake you come across when archery hunting, it's kind of like just calm and lax, and I've messed with them.
I mess with them after I chop their head off, and we're good to go, dude.
Come on, man.
No, I hate snakes, man. They terrify me. There's something unnatural. They move all over the place, and they don't have legs. It freaks me out.
I will be going rattlesnake hunting.
I guess I'll have to go with you.
I'm going. It's 100%
Somebody's
sure.
got to take your ass to the hospital.
But yes, exactly. I think Sam's in for sure. I'm pretty sure the season comes in this weekend.
I thought it was July.
No. It comes in either this weekend or came in last weekend. Can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's this weekend.
When's the jamboree and stuff up in the mountains?
I have no idea.
Because that's like the best time to go.
I was trying to find the actual season today, and I couldn't find anything. Now, I didn't find... You have to come up with like a venomous snake permit on top of your fishing license?
You do. Yeah. You need to make sure that you get yourself some snake boots, though.
Well, yeah. Obviously.
Pivotal.
And then I'm going to go out there and just nothing but a Speedo.
Yeah. I got 2 pairs, but your foot is a lot bigger than mine, so you can't have a pair, unfortunately.
The Speedo?
Yes. You know what they say, dude. Big feet.
Yeah, maybe your Speedo won't fit me. You're right.
We'll see. But,
Where is this gone? Speedo talk? Snakes? This is a hunting podcast.
Yeah, we're hunting snakes.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
It happens.
I do want to get out for real. We'll see if it happens this year.
We'll go check it out. We'll definitely check it out.
Whatever.
But this episode, man, is number 40. Kind of
Big
a landmark for
4-0.
us. I mean, I thought we'd make it to 9. So, 40's pretty good.
Was 9 our number we were trying to reach? You
It
said
was.
after 9, you're in, you're committed.
Yeah, after 9, we're good, man.
And then I told you after that, every episode that kind of ends in a 0. It's
Correct.
going to be big to me.
Correct.
40 snuck up on us, man.
40 did, man. Last week, I wasn't even paying attention. It was 39. I didn't even think about this week.
I did. Larry Zonka, 39. It's my softball number.
Rut-row.
Yeah, for the Zonk.
I can take that.
But, man, we're coming up on a year, too.
Almost. We're getting there. We kind of, slacked a little bit in archery season, so
Yeah.
we're not at the, year mark, the 52, but
We're hunters.
We are.
hunt.
we are. And
We kill.
that's first and foremost. After that, it's podcasting. After that,
Filming's going to be in there somewhere.
It will be. It will be. This
Oh, yeah.
year, it's happening.
Speaking of filming.
Speaking of filming, we have
What?
a new
What?
YouTube video coming up.
What? Yeah,
We do.
we do.
We do. And we're going to have one that we have to throw together still, but that'll be cool too.
We'll get there. We got some footage this turkey season.
Absolutely.
I mean, nothing great, but maybe we'll slap something together and make something happen.
What do you mean nothing great? I got a great kill on film.
Yeah, but it wasn't your typical film a bird coming across the field. You know what I'm saying? He was in frame for what?
Dude, it happened so fast.
A half a minute, and then
It
it's got his
happened so
face
fast.
blown off.
It did. It did. It's great footage though, so we'll have to. I don't want to spoil it too much.
We already spoiled it.
I
It's got
know.
his face blown off on camera.
Yeah, it happened. It happened. But this week, we have a very good guest. Episode 40.
We have a guest today?
We do. He's a ghost. He's calling in on the phone. We have 4 people calling in at the same time today, so it's going to be very interesting. Ted Nugent happens to be one of them. We've been promising that for
Ted.
ever. But episode 40, Laine Baker, the Turkey Undertaker. Ooh,
Wow.
what's up, buddy?
Not much. How's everyone doing?
How you doing, man?
Great. Thanks for having me on.
How you like your little nickname?
It's wonderful.
Okay.
I'm digging it. I like it. Yeah.
He does a little more than turkey slaying, though.
I know, but I know
Just a
him
little.
from Turkey.
Just
hunting,
a little.
Yeah,
Just a
just a little.
You are the turkey king, in my mind.
We lay some birds down.
There's nothing
Damn
wrong with
right
that,
you
dude.
do. You know what I'm mad about? I wasn't your number 11. Because 11's my lucky number.
You know, it was planned that you were actually going to be number 11. And it could have happened.
It could have happened. You're right.
We had the opportunity. It was there.
I technically would have been number 10 at that point.
You would have been.
So
You would have
I held
been.
off
Yes.
for 11.
The Boo Meister, he was number
9.
10.
9. Right?
9?
Yeah, because your
I would
buddy
probably trust
took
the guy that took me.
Your buddy
There's-
killed number
there's-
10 in the morning after me and you were on that bird that evening. Right?
Okay. There's too many. I lost track. So
Okay,
yeah,
so when
you
you're-
are right. There
Yeah.
was number 9, and my buddy on his birthday was number
his
10
number.
on that
Mhm.
monster.
Dude, that's a
Dude.
hell of a birthday
It was-
present, man.
Oh, he actually just texted me now. He's like, "Where's the video? Can you send it to me?" Yeah, that was awesome. He texted me the one day and, "Hey, my birthday's coming up. We've been planning to get together the whole season, and finally he texted me and I had a day off, and he called off work, and I was like, yeah, I'll go out with you, man. Let's do it. And I had some birds located and it worked out. It was cool to get one on your birthday. It's like,
Dude.
here's your birthday present.
Hell yeah, man.
So my birthday is June 26th. What are you going to get me?
June 26th.
Big slob bass or
Maybe,
what?
You were mentioning rattlesnakes. If the season's,
I don't know if it's
I
that
don't know
long.
how long it is.
I'm pretty sure it goes quite a long
I think it's
time
only
around
like a
the summer.
2-week period.
Is it really?
I'm pretty sure from when I looked up
All right.
previously, it's real short.
We're going to
I
have to figure it out.
I believe you're right. I know like 4 or 5 guys, my good buddies that go and do it. I have not yet. I planned last year and I didn't make it happen, but I would like to go this year. Maybe you
wanna
and
try
I
to
can
make it
tag
happen?
along. Yeah.
Let's do it, man.
There you
What do you
go,
got?
man.
I looked at this stuff.
Second Saturday of June
Oh,
to
it is
July
long.
31st.
Let's go.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that'd be cool to get a good rattlesnake and then how they cut it and like actually I hear they freeze them.
Really?
I hear they freeze them alive.
Whoa.
Just what some people, that's what I've heard. That could be wrong. Don't hold it
Huh.
on me, but I've heard they freeze them, and that's all I know. They
I've
throw 'em in a
watched
freezer.
the Leatherwood guys.
Mhm.
I've watched them dispatch them, and they literally like take them out of the bag and they put them down and they cut the head off.
Is that what they do?
Oh,
They
that's
cut
what
it
they
off?
that's what they do. But I have heard the freezing thing before.
Yeah, I've heard.
They basically
freezing.
just go to
That's
sleep
wild.
and then they die.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's kind of.
So that's like the humane way of doing it?
I suppose. I mean, getting your
I
head
mean,
cut off. Like,
That's pretty humane too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's as quick as the death gets.
well,
I mean, that's why They did it in the streets to people with guillotine.
Oh my God.
Listen, I was talking to some people at work the other day, and we decided they need to bring back like public hanging and just like, yeah, absolutely. You give me that look, but think
Where
about
are we
it.
going with this? This
Listen,
is
real
a hunting
quick.
podcast.
It's euthanization of people that it'll stop other crime in the future. I truly believe that, by the way.
All right.
I'm telling you, hang people in the streets, show real consequences rather than telling someone, hey, instead of that, we're going to put you behind some bars with 3 meals a day and a warm place to sleep. Like, whatever.
Well,
Right, Laine?
Whatever you say.
I brought him into my madness.
you brought him into
On
your madness.
purpose.
It happens. It happens. You got some crazy things going on in there, but I
It's
dig
probably
it
the
anyway.
rattlesnake thing that got me going.
Gets me going too.
Let's do it, for sure. I didn't
I'm
know the
down.
season was that long.
Yeah.
I'll definitely go.
I want to
now.
get one for the trophy room.
Exactly.
Like how they skin them and then they lay them flat. It's
Oh, you wanna do
gorgeous.
that?
It's sweet, yeah.
Badass.
Well, I would like to do that. I mean, like my buddy has 2 full, like whatever you want to call it, full bodies,
Full body.
whatever. Yeah, like he has a laying down coyote and a coyote hovering over, like standing up. And then he
Yeah.
has the rattlesnakes like in front of it. It's pretty neat.
Like in some grass and
yeah,
stuff?
yeah,
Nice.
yep.
See, now that you say that, I think I want one all nice and laid out, and then I want a Euro mount of the head right next to it.
That
plaque.
that would be cool.
That would
Dude,
be
that'd
cool.
be badass. The fangs and everything hanging down.
That would be nice.
That'd be sweet. I
Snakes
like it.
don't exactly have parts. See, if I had to guess, I'd say it's his knee.
What
Sorry.
happened
Movie
here?
quote.
that was good, though. I did like it. I did like it. Laine, Sir
Yes,
Laine,
yes.
how did you get hunting, man?
Well, this could be a long one.
All right, let's back up 1 second. Laine, tell people who you are, where you're from, what you do for a living, and then we'll get into how you started.
And
hunting.
why you're on episode 40.
And why you're on episode 40.
Okay, well, Laine Baker. I'm 27 years old, born and raised in Grove City, Pennsylvania. I'm a full-time hunter, part-time police officer.
Let's go.
At least that's what I go with, okay?
I didn't know that.
Just the police pays a little more.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hunting is the one that spends the money you make as a police.
Yes.
Typically how that works.
Yes, exactly.
And then some.
hmm So, many moons ago, I was born and raised on a farm in Grove City, and my family, they kind of got me into the hunting side of things. My aunts, uncles, the whole nine. I mean, they all hunted. My dad hunted, and I was kind of brought into the small game world as a kid, you know. I mean, young age, 4 years old, 3, 4 years old, I'd be following them around and pounding brush, you know what I mean? Hunting rabbits. Like, it was like the tradition thing to do. Like, Thanksgiving time, we were out hunting bunnies, you know what I mean? That's kind of where it really started. And growing up on a farm, we didn't have the video games. We didn't really stay inside. I mean, I was constantly outside. Christmases, birthdays, I would get guns, bows, you know what I mean? That's what would be always on my list. It was a new gun, a new bow, you know.
Yeah, it was always like our big gift every year.
Yes. So, I grew up with it. I mean, I grew up literally outdoors. Hunting, fishing was everything and still is everything. And, I got, I think, my first bow when I was like 4 years old, just a simple little bow, started shooting targets with my family. And I like I said, back to the small game thing, I followed my uncles, my dad around with like a BB gun, pellet gun, like 4, 5, 6 years old. You know what I mean? Actually, if you see in the one photo and hopefully soon video, that single shot 20 gauge, that break action, that was like my first real gun, and I shot a doe with it my first year when I was 5 years old. I couldn't even pull the hammer back. Kid you not, I couldn't even push the hammer down. I was small. Yeah, I shot my first doe and with a pumpkin ball, and she didn't go more than like 20. Boom, right in the heart. It was great.
Jeez.
That's something I'll never forget. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I will never forget that moment. I can still picture it. She was in front of a huge oak tree. Can't even get your arms around it, and it was great. I mean, I shot her, and it was like the whole mess was on the tree, and she took off running with the other ones, and she fell like 20 yards. It's just something that that experience I'll never forget. And then to be able to take that gun. Actually, since that, later down the road, it was kind of used by my sister. My dad still used it, and then it was like kind of handed down to me. You know what I mean? So, and it stayed in the gun safe up until pretty much that point when I shot the turkey during this turkey season,
Dude.
it'll be probably put back in there, cleaned up, put back in there, and it'll probably stay there for quite a while.
That is awesome,
That's
man.
crazy.
Dude.
I remember growing up, that was one of my first guns I used as well.
Yeah.
We go out rabbit hunting, and that's what I used was that 20 gauge single shot, break action, just beautiful gun, man.
Yep.
That's so weird to me, man. My first gun was a youth 20 gauge single shot. Like that.
I think it's just a really good spot to like start kids off with.
It really
Especially when
is.
you're into like small game hunting
Absolutely.
and stuff.
Mhm.
Yep.
You know, I never hunted deer with it. But rabbit, that was my gun forever.
Yeah.
Was that little 20.
Yeah.
And then after that, like it got handed down to every time a younger person would come up, they would use that gun.
Mhm.
And then it came full circle and we'd go out and take it out for fun. Like, and I always practice like holding one shell in your hand and on the gun. And then that way you could break it open and reload real quick and try to get a second shot off on the rabbit. My older brother used to use that thing all the time, and how fast he'd get 2 shots off with it was impressive. We
Dude.
laid down some rabbits with it, too.
You know what? That actually makes me like this year when we go rabbit. I want to break out my old 20 single shot.
I mean, I have mine still. We can do it.
We have to.
We can do a single shot 20 gauge day.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be
Dude,
cool.
you want to come?
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm always up
Dude,
for a good
we
time.
get into the rabbit hunting
Yeah.
pretty serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it kind of died down for me. Like we did it. It was like a tradition, like I said, Thanksgiving Day, like during the holidays when everyone had time off, and even in the weekends, like we would hit it hard. Like rabbit hunting as I was growing up, that was like the thing to do, and it kind of died off a little bit. I mean, of course, I still do it here from time to time, but that was definitely like the tradition thing to do as I was growing up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Absolutely.
But yeah, from there, you know, like I said, I've always lived really in Grove City there in the country on a farm, and hunting was just in the family. You know what I mean? So I was kind of grown into it, and then you know, I really fell in love with archery. I started getting into the competitions and everything, and shooting with some friends, you know, from high school, and it just things lead from there. Then couldn't even tell you when I shot my first deer with a bow. It was a long while ago, and it was a doe, and I can't even remember. I was young. I was shooting an old Martin bow.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Old
an old Martin bow, and I was really young. And then my first buck was a 9-point, just a small kind of scrappy 9-point. I grunted it in. I do remember that. I think I was like 13, maybe 14. And I grunted in. He came out into a brushy field, and I snort wheezed actually. He came running right to the bottom of my tree. And I was shooting them old Muzzies, fixed blades.
Yeah, man.
And of course, I wasn't in a tree stand. I climbed limbs, and I was sitting on a limb. I was a kid. You know, I couldn't really afford anything. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, my mom, she would obviously get my tree stands and rifles and during the holidays. But at that time, when I was real young, we didn't really think of the climbers, or we built stands typically out of wood, or you know. But yeah, I climbed a tree and sat on the limb, and I had kind of my 2 feet positioned. When everything happened, it happened really quick. He come running in. I stood up and I hit him a little high. And he maybe went 30 yards, piled up.
Dude,
Yeah.
it
was pretty neat.
Listen, I know we had a little technical difficulties, and Ted can't really talk, but he can hear, and I know Ted Nugent's very proud of you right now at this moment. I know Uncle Ted's like, this dude is 13 years old, climbing on limbs, and snort wheezing a deer. Did you know how to snort wheeze at a deer at 13 years old?
Absolutely not.
I have not snort wheezed at a deer at all until last year.
Oh, I have. It always turned out bad for me, but
Right.
13 would have never crossed my mind.
13
so
years
it was,
old.
I believe it was the old Mad Calls edition. It was the clear, had the tube and snort wheeze together. Like I believe Mark Jury used to use it all the time.
That's actually his call.
Okay, I grew up watching them.
Oh yeah.
The Juries were one of my favorites. Obviously, the Real Tree guys, Bill Jordan and them.
Oh, yeah.
David Blanton, Michael Waddell, until he did his own thing. You know, I followed real close to that. It's always been my interest is the outdoors, obviously. And growing up, I was in every sport. My mom ran me all over the world. I was involved in baseball, football, and then I actually was in soccer, and then I went into ice hockey. And I was in ice hockey for probably 8 years, and I thought I was going to maybe play that in college, maybe, you know. And again, hunting took over, and I stopped doing everything. I went to Grove City middle school, and then in 5th grade, we moved into Lawrence County, like Volant area.
Mm-hmm.
My mom and dad separated, and I lived with my mom, and so I went to New Wilmington, and that's where I graduated from in 2010. And I was actually had an offer to go out west and guide. So yeah, and I kind of look back at it and kick myself a little bit. I still talk to him. We're good friends. The owner of the outfitter, he's out of Idaho and Wyoming, and I had an opportunity right out of high school to go out and guide for him. And I had always had an interest in law enforcement, and I sat on it for a couple years. Out of high school, I just kind of did my thing, jobs around home, and hunted and fished. And I ended up going to police academy in 2012 and done it ever since. I've been doing it for like 6 years or so. So I'm a police officer, and I've been doing it. Like I said, that's kind of all I know as far as work. I always say I'm a full-time hunter and a part-time police officer because I hunt more than anything, So yeah, it's kind of.
That's wild because I think our buddy Ferletta was asking me the other day, like, what's he do? And I'm like, I don't even know. I just know that he has time to hunt.
Yeah.
And when he's off, we went hunting.
Yeah, so any time, like, I would always pick up midnights, afternoons. That gives me
beautiful, man.
The mornings. I would get to hunt like every single morning. Working midnights. It was a little hard on the body during rut and hunting season. Like it would be a struggle sometimes. I'll tell you what. But everything has always throughout my life worked around hunting. Even growing up, I'll be the first one to like I've lost jobs because of hunting. Like as a kid growing up, you know what I mean? Like hunting has always it's consumed my life. It really it really has, like unreal. So being a police officer, the hours are crazy. He knows, and gives a lot of time for the outdoor activities. It really does. So that's a lot of people always like. I still get people like, what do you do? Like, how do you get to hunt all the time? Or do you work? Like, no, I don't. I don't work. Yeah, I do, but I work afternoons. I work midnights, and when I'm not working, I'm in the woods or in the field. Chasing something, hunting, scouting, doing something.
Dude.
Hey, well, first off, thank you for your service.
Yeah, absolutely.
First and foremost,
thank you,
Tanner. I don't know if I ever told you, but thank you too.
Yeah,
buddy.
thank you too, buddy. Tanner's in
we
here.
Appreciate
I don't think
you.
we threw that out there. Tanner's in here. He's just listening and filming and drinking beer and having fun.
Just being a weirdo.
Yeah.
He's always a weirdo.
He's standing in the corner like, yeah.
He's putting a damn camera on my face. I'm about to smack him. No, I'm just kidding.
You won't be mad.
Dude, that's pretty cool though, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate how much of a passion you have for it, that like you fit your schedule around it so much that you're so passionate about it that's what you're going for, man.
Yeah, and it always has been, like, as a kid, and still is, like, it's hunting. Like, hunting, obviously work, because hunting don't pay the bills, unfortunately, which we all wish it did.
Yep.
Man, would that be nice?
I mean, work comes first, and family, but fortunate enough, I married a girl, Dana, in 2016, and I told her from the beginning, like, hunting is everything, and she's seen that. And actually, from her perspective, like, she come into it, like, she was born in the country, raised in the country, and so she understood a little bit. She's never really, never really hunted or anything like that. Spent a lot of time outdoors, but never hunted. I got her first bow shortly after we were together. We were still dating, and we shot together quite a bit. We'd go to the 3D shoots all the time, and her first year, I believe, her first year bow hunting, she did not get anything. However, more than a Pope and Young. A beautiful buck came in late season in February, I believe it was, or January, whenever in the late season when snow was on, and a giant came in, an absolute monster. And I'm videoing everything. No, you're good. Everything, and she was wearing. She never shot with gloves or anything, and we're bundled up. I mean, this is freezing cold. I mean, it's cold as you can think. Like probably -20. Winds are blowing.
Oh my goodness!
And this giant is coming in, and I'm like trying to calm myself down. She's always telling. She's like, "You need to settle down before you try to settle." Like, you're making me anxious and worked up. Like, your excitement's getting me all worked up. So, as a cameraman, I'm trying to excite her, but I'm like, I need to get myself settled down. Well, it comes in kind of goofy, like it's facing right at us, and turns a little bit kind of quartering towards us, and that's the only shot opportunity she had. And when she pulled back, she was like in mid-draw, and her glove, it was like winter gloves, and it caught on her release, and her release was really touchy. You'll see her, I got it all on video, I just haven't posted on YouTube or anything, but her luminoc goes up like 15 foot and hits a tree. And I mean, that deer, I'm like, like my reaction, she looks back at me and like is in tears. I'm like afraid that I'm going to be mad. I'm like, what just happened? Like you can see the luminol go and hit into the tree. Like you hear this loud bang, and I'm thinking like to look down, but this luminol goes flying like through the air, hits the tree, and it's like the dangling in the tree, and the buck just takes off. I'm like, what just happened? Well, here her glove caught onto her release in mid draw. So at her first opportunity, had a deer with her bow. It was a cool experience. I mean, that's something we'll never forget. We talk about it. We still joke. Like every time she's wearing gloves, I'm like, make sure you take them off. So it was pretty cool. Now she's into hunting. She shot. It's on my YouTube channel. A couple of years ago, she shot a Pope and Young. It was just shy of 150-inch class whitetail.
That's awesome.
Good for her, man.
Yeah, and she has a passion for it. She really likes it. She hasn't had a lot of time lately with nursing school. She went to Slippery Rock and got her bachelor's degree, and then jumped right into nursing school. So her schedule isn't really as open as mine. So she hasn't spent as much time as she'd like to. But she's coming up. She has a job now. She works down at a hospital in Pittsburgh. So she's going to get here soon, get some more time. But yeah, coming from her side, not really in the hunting heritage or anything, getting someone like that, like she experiences everything, not just the hunt or the kill. We've had in the same spot she missed that buck. We had bears climb our tree. And
Jeez.
we had 3 bears come in and they started to climb our tree, like come right up at, like you experience things out there that you'll remember forever. It's not just the hunt, you know what I mean?
Yep.
You just get to experience the whole thing, and she loves that about that side of hunting. It's not just, you don't have to shoot something the first thing that comes in or the buck.
Right.
Half the time she's passing the little 1.5, 2-year-old bucks, 3-year-olds, and she just likes watching them. You know what I mean? Same with me. So that's pretty cool that we get to share that together.
Hell yeah, dude. And she's the perfect person to bring into hunting because, like, when someone's going to badmouth hunting, they're going to see someone like her and she's going to tell them her perspective of it and how she got involved in it and how much it means to her, beside, like you just mentioned, all the things outside the kill. And it's going to be, something that the hunting industry really needs, Your kids now, if you guys have kids.
Well, oh yeah, we have a little girl due in September.
That's
September.
Buddy,
did I say something on that,
man?
Yeah,
I thought I did.
Yeah,
Congratulations,
Thank
man.
you.
That's awesome.
We're really, really excited. So
there you go.
yeah, I'd probably that 20 gauge here in a few years probably won't be mine.
You're gonna lose it.
Yeah, but no, it's cool. We're really excited. She'll
That's
be,
awesome, man.
She'll be spending some time outdoors. She'll probably learn the whole camera industry and how to work the camera here before long.
Well, hopefully she doesn't miss too much of archery season. Maybe she'll have some maternity leave and she'll be able to get out in the tree.
Yeah. We
you guys
talked
planned
about
this
that.
well, didn't you?
No, not at all. Not at all.
You sure?
But yeah.
That's epic, though. That's epic.
Dude, that's so cool.
Well, being that you're so into deer hunting and archery hunting and turkey hunting, is there anything that in your whole realm of hunting like really trips your trigger? Is it bow hunting or?
Really, that's a tough question. Everything really gets me going. Like, as far as hunting, it could be geese setting in our decoys in our face. It could be one of the great bucks I've been chasing that year, and finally everything's adding up and all that hard work spent. I mean, that's probably the most that's most rewarding, and what gets me really excited is that buck that you've worked really hard for. I mean, like my wife, back to her, I mean, she sees it firsthand, like what I go through. Like, you get set on a buck and it turns into like almost at times, and unfortunately it sometimes takes the fun out of it. Like, you're hunting it so hard, and at that point it's like you step back and kind of just ease your mind and like, why am I doing this? You know what I mean? Like, really, like taking the tradition out of it and everything. But when you get set on a buck and you're really hunting a hard buck, I mean, it's, I'm after it. I'm taking notes. I'm spending every day, every second I can during that time, like the November, October months. I'm spending every last minute I can in the woods. And when it all comes down to that moment and it all works out, and especially on camera, that's probably the most exciting moment and what really gets me going. Like,
dude, that's not the answer that I was expecting, but that was the perfect answer, honestly. That really is, though. When your hard work pays off, or you see your hard work starting to pay off, it's so rewarding, man.
oh,
It really is. And that is a fantastic answer.
yeah, and like I was getting at, like, it could be ducks, setting in your face, or like this year with Tanner. That was one of my highlights of the season. To see other people, and especially bringing them into the hunting world and their firsts for like harvesting an animal, that's actually one of my top as well. I get just excited, and I feel all the emotion they're feeling. Their first of ever, like his turkey. I was just excited as he was. That was wonderful, and probably my top for the season was that day when he shot his bird. That was awesome. So,
dude, that shows what kind of guy you are, honestly.
Yeah, and
too.
I captured this moment. You might see it on one of the videos coming out of Laine's. I captured this moment when we were stalking in on a bird, and Laine's leading us, and he's walking in front, and Booer's between me and him. And I'm filming, and all of a sudden, we walk in on this bird, and it's like, 20 yards, maybe?
Yeah.
15? And we walked right in on it, but it was thick enough, and he sees it, and he goes down, and just that look on your face, when you look back, and I just happen to catch it perfectly, you're just like...
Yeah.
And we're like you could tell you're just jacked up beyond belief.
Actually, Booer showed me that shot.
Yeah?
And, my face was priceless, to say the least.
How perfect was that? I captured it.
That was
dude,
awesome.
When I captured it at the moment, I was like, that is like the most priceless reaction that I could have possibly captured. Yeah.
That was great.
And that's why I got the camera, man. I really do enjoy it. I've had a lot of fun running behind the camera this turkey season more than in front of it. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, I agree with that. I only took the camera out a few times, but the few times I did take it out this year, I had a blast filming. The first time I took it out, I filmed Anthony killing his bird. Second time I took it out, I got on birds, and they were just coming in perfect, and everything was good, and it just, I don't know. I enjoyed it too, because then I can actually show people exactly what I was seeing. Like, I can tell the story, and you get the gist of it, but when I can show you, it's so much better, man. I love that.
There's nothing better. And that side of things with me, so I had a great mentor growing up. I mentioned earlier, my parents divorced. I was maybe 8 or 9, and, I haven't talked to my dad since. There's just some situation, it's unfortunate, but I had a great mentor as I was growing up. His name's Dennis Snow. You might see some things on like my social and stuff, but he was always into the camera industry and everything as he, him growing up and everything. And they actually him and his cousin started a little outdoor thing and a brand name, and it lasted. I mean, they did pretty well. I mean, they traveled. He was a welder out of state, so he would travel and be able to hunt, and he would tote his cameras everywhere. And he kind of got me into it all back in like 2008, still in high school, probably right around 2008. And he would pick me up. Like, there was days that I would miss school through high school. And I mean, heck, my high school year, I missed like 45 days of school.
Ooh,
yeah,
that boy.
All because hunting. Yeah. So
truant, insubordinate.
Yeah, I actually had a, not to get off subject, but had a job resume and, or a job interview, and I had to get my high school transcripts, and my wife looks at it and she's like, I can't believe this. Like, what? You missed 45 days of school your senior year. It's like, yeah.
I was busy.
Yeah, I was busy, and my arm was in a sling half the time, But no, on the camera deal, I mean, that's something that I've been very passionate about as well since, like I said, 2008 probably. I started videoing Dennis, my really good, I consider my best friend and like a father figure. He's been a mentor and been there all my life. And he actually has some movies out. His name, they were Hunting Something Somewhere, was their like brand name. And they created some like DVDs, and not so much on social, but like DVDs, and they'd sell the DVDs. And so they would travel all over, like out west, elk hunting, pronghorn hunting, of course here in Pennsylvania, turkey, deer. And I would video them all over the place. We would just go out, and that's kind of how I picked things up. And then it was like probably my senior year, I started to buy the equipment, just bear down, get the equipment, start doing my own thing. And, I never really had anyone following me around, in videoing. It was always self-filming. And, that just adds in that extra bit of challenge, whether you're in a tree stand and trying to swing on a deer, or planning out how you're going to draw back and run the camera at the same time. So that was all something to learn, I mean, it's already challenging enough whether you're hunting a big long beard or a big turkey or whatever it is. Throwing a camera in and having to run it and to make it not look like total crap to get legit video and good quality and not shake. I mean, there's a lot that plays in with that. You're trying to be the shooter and the cameraman, you know,
Right.
you got to get that right angle. And so that was interesting. And that's always been, I very rarely will harvest an animal without the camera. Geese or ducks, not so much because we're in the swamp and everything. And
Yeah.
I'd like to get into more of that, like getting a cameraman and help me out on that. Booer.
Oh shit!
Man, I was raising my hand, volunteering. I was like, me, pick me.
Bear.
But yeah, I've been fortunate enough. I've been very successful with the camera side of things. I mean, I very much so lack in the editing production part because it's my time. Time is everything. And to get myself in the production room and sit down and edit, it's just, my YouTube channel could be built so much more than what it is. I mean, I just can't get myself to sit down, get myself out of the woods and stop scouting, stop hunting for a couple and focus on. I have SD cards upon SD cards just full of hunts from over the years. What my wife's hunts, my hunts, turkey hunts, you know, you name it. Hunts for years back. And I just need to sit down and do that. But yeah, it's just growing up, like self-film myself, you know, it's something I can show my kids, my friends, like you were saying.
Yeah.
You know, to come back and look, you know, your mistakes, what you did wrong, what you did right, you can learn from it.
Learn from it, man.
You know what I mean? And to kind of look back and things that you might miss, like that animal did this or that, it did that, you know.
Right. Those small details.
Their reactions and what they seen, and you can learn. Like it's a huge learning process, and it adds a challenge. And you'll see a lot of my hunts, I'm self-filming. I've shot probably 6 or 7 Pope and Youngs, all self-filmed. My bear hunt you'll see on YouTube, it was self-filmed. My wife was there the first day that we hunted, and she helped a little bit, but that bear, I mean, it just some little tactics I used that helped with the self-filming deal, and it worked out. I set some goals that I reached, and I've been, like I said, I've been very fortunate enough to be able to do these things, and it's paid off, so.
Epic.
Think about this, though. If it had not been for you self-filming, getting into cameras, buying the equipment, going through all this, there's a very good chance you wouldn't be sitting here today.
You're exactly right.
You know, here's the connection.
Yep.
He sold his camera to Tanner and Boer,
That
which
I did hear
started
that.
the connection between you and them, and then, you know, we made the connection with them. I mean, I knew Tanner for a long time, but then it kind of morphed towards us now knowing one another.
Right.
So it's like this whole weird circle without filming. I
Yeah.
wouldn't even know who Laine Baker was.
You
Just
know-
another Baker.
You say that, but I don't even know where I had heard about it.
Okay, I may have seen your name come up here and there. Like,
That's
literally,
the
when we
thing.
started this hunting podcast, your name came up quite a bit, obviously.
Several times. I've heard your name so many times. Never put a face to the name.
Yeah.
I never looked you up or anything, but it consistently came up like Laine Baker, dude. He freaking gets it. I'm like, Laine Baker. And that name just like stuck in my head. And then I hadn't heard about you for like ever. And then this turkey season, your name popped up again. I was like, damn, that name sounds super familiar. Like, and it just, I don't know. It rolling in place. You started turkey hunt with Chuck.
Yeah.
You got Tanner Bird. You got Booer Bird. Like, I
suck.
like good,
I
genuine guys that like hunting. And that's
Yeah, man.
that's kind of the people that I gravitate towards. And that, I don't know.
And that's the bonus. I mean, that's the positive side of things too, with the whole camera and hunting industry. I mean, you meet a lot of people and some good, great people. I mean, I have some wonderful friends all around the world. Just from airing my videos, people message me on my social, like, and I've gained properties like out west and stuff. Like, it's put a new perspective on things, and it's cool, man. I mean, I get to talk with a ton of different people and kind of associate with them and their perspective on things and learn off each other, you know what I mean? And gain friendships. It's been really cool. Not just side of the hunting thing. Like, yeah, the hunt is awesome to be able to film yourself and go back and look at it, but like the new friendships it builds and everything, it's really neat, you know? It's really
Couldn't agree
cool.
more, man. I really couldn't agree more, honestly. I mean, I've just from doing this podcast, I've gained so many people that, like, I truly believe they're great hunters. They're great people to talk to. I think we're friends now. I mean, you know, but I just, honestly, just meeting cool people
Yeah.
and getting to talk to them and share their stories and just listen to them and learn from them. I mean, that's one of the biggest things that I'm always preaching about, learning about everything. I mean, Be an open book. Be open-minded.
And we really have nothing else to offer, so they have to be our friends, right? They're not just hanging out with us because we have something to offer, you know.
I can't offer a whole lot, you know.
No, I can say your name on a podcast that 12 people listen to. Boom. Purchasing power.
Don't take us down that far. It's not 12 people.
No, that's cool. You guys started this. This is
fun,
cool, man.
And
yeah,
fun, man.
Yeah, and it gets you guys together. You know, brings you guys together as friends, and to be able to talk. And this kid over here, and
he got pretty upset with me.
Good old
he wasn't
bear.
here tonight. He wanted to film and get all kinds of crazy angles. He'd probably been under the table,
you know what
like
that means?
filming
We just
between
do
our
it
legs.
again.
That's a good point. Yeah,
we just do it again.
heck yeah.
You know, that is what it is. He's allowed to come on the 20 gauge bunny excursion too. He just has to film.
He'll probably have to. Yeah, I don't even think he owns a single shot 20 gauge.
What a loser!
Right?
Only the coolest have one of those.
Oh God! All right, back on topic.
Okay, what do we want to talk about now?
I asked the last two questions, bro. It's on to you, my man.
All right, I want to talk turkey a little bit with you. So we got to enjoy some pretty cool turkey hunts, man.
Indeed.
And I'll tell you what, that was pretty incredible. That was like probably my top 2 days in turkey woods ever. And we didn't get out all that much either. You know, we went out one morning together, me, you, and Booer, and then so not proper English. And then we went out one afternoon together. And dude, it's late season. It's like the last week. And we had birds gobbling everywhere. We had encounter after encounter. I had my bead on a Jake's head for I don't even know how long, 10 feet in front of you, gobbling his face off as you sneak out behind your turkey decoy, behind the fan, just going nuts. Dude, that was the coolest shit.
That was cool.
That was the coolest shit ever.
Yeah, this turkey season has been unreal. I mean, I did have one season I beat it. I think between the kids and friends and adults, I think we ended up getting like 16 kills on video or something like that for a year.
Damn.
Yeah, how crazy is that?
That's intense, man.
Yeah, we're always trying to get the kids out. You know what I mean? Early season, the youth hunts, I love getting, like my niece and nephews, my nephew Carter, I started him at an early age, like 4 and 5 years old. They have the mentor program now in Pennsylvania, which is great. Gets the kids involved, and it couldn't have done anything better. That's one thing they did right.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, actually, Carter, my nephew, he's 14 now, and he has, you know, he's grown into an awesome young man, and a lot has to do with him being involved in the outdoors. You know, the outdoors has a lot to do with kids growing up. Keeps them out of the trouble for the most part. I mean, kids will be kids, but you know, I think everyone at some point should get involved in the outdoors, whether it's fishing, hunting, or just hiking, biking, you know what I mean? Just get out there, get away from the video games and get after it. But yeah, my nephew, when he was 7 or 8, he shot the biggest turkey that I've ever called in my entire life. And it's actually full body mounted on a limb in his house. I stare at it every time I go in there.
You ruined his life forever, just so you know.
I'm telling you. I told him, I said, you have no clue what you just shot, what you just did. So the longest beard is, I think, just shy of 14 inches. There's the next beard it's a triple beard.
Of course it is.
The next beard is like 7, 8 inches. And then the third beard, the last beard's like 6.5.
Jeez, dude.
But it has just over 2-inch spurs. And they come typically where like you get the long birds here in Pennsylvania, and they're long, but they're broke off or they're dull. They are long and they are sharp and they are beautiful.
A true limb hanger.
We hung it on a limb.
Dude, inches.
Yep. It actually, I still have to get it officially scored, but it does make NWTF. I mean, it is a giant. Like, I literally stare at it every time I go in there. It's unreal.
That's incredible,
I gotta
man.
see this thing.
You do.
You know, I take it back. My turkey hunt sucked. Dude, that's incredible.
But, so, yeah, he shot his first turkey, I think, when he was 5. It was a Jake. He shot with his 410. And, he's shot about, he's about, I believe he shot a turkey every year and a buck up until this point. I think one year he went out without a buck. But other than that, like he's been like a priority. I mean, he's like my little brother. I would take him out the first day on everything, put myself last. I'd always like to take him out first and, he's a great shot. I hardly anymore. Like he's doing it. Like I don't have to tell him, show him nothing. Like he's doing it. He's right there. He helps me with the cameras. He shoots good bucks. We go up to my grandpa's in Clarion. He owns quite a bit of acres in Clarion. It's kind of like a tradition. We'll go up there for first day rifle, and he always comes home with a nice buck, So yeah, I mean,
you adopting any nephews anytime soon? I will give all rights.
So yeah, it's neat to bond over them,
Heck yeah,
kinda.
man. You were talking about it earlier, and I was just thinking, like, discipline. I mean,
yeah,
everything that you gain from the outdoors. Like, the best people I know are hunters and outdoorsmen.
No doubt.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's not a coincidence.
Yeah.
Sure, we've talked about it before, like the things you gain from hunting and being in the outdoors and learning, the learning process, having a good mentor to go through it all with. A lot of people are really bad outdoorsmen or bad people that hunt. There's plenty of them.
Oh, yeah.
Some people get into it for the wrong reasons. Yeah.
We were all there once.
Without a great mentor, without my dad showing me everything, and teaching me and teaching all of us kids together and doing everything the right way, it's easy to slip in and do something wrong, but there's so many good people. Many good people. And just this industry, if you want to call it an industry around here, I don't even know what the hunting industry is, to be honest with you. I just go out and try to kill things and have fun with people, and make memories and make good times. And that's what we're all about.
And that's what it's all about. Can't lose the tradition and the fun aspect of things, even when you are filming, we didn't really touch base. It gets to the point where if you're taking it too serious or you can't. You got to have fun with it. If you're not having fun, why do it? If you don't get an adrenaline rush to that buck coming in or that deer, even a doe, why do it? Have fun with it. Get the kids involved. Get your girlfriend, wife, get out there and do it. Experience it. Like there's things that I teach someone new every day. They teach me something new every day. We'll be walking through the woods and I'll ask them like, hey, you know what that is? I think I did it with Tanner this year, maybe. I forget what it was. We were turkey hunting. So you know what that is? No, I don't. And I'll tell them what it is. And really, there's something, whether it's a turkey bull, you're walking through, there's a turkey bull and what they use it for and the bugs and to cool off. And you learn something. You experience it. Like the bears with my wife climbing the tree. We've seen everything. Bobcats, fishers, eagles. I mean, you name it. Things that if you were inside or did something else, you wouldn't experience that.
Right.
And that's something you'll remember forever. Like, hey, I seen this, or you get to tell the story. You know what I mean? I seen that. It's kind of neat.
Yeah. We did introduce a good friend of ours to hunting this past year.
Yeah.
I kind of took him under my wing, and that was really fun. That was kind of the first time I really took someone that knew, very little.
Mm-hmm.
He was asking me what a rub and a scrape and everything like that was. Things that you take for granted because we've been doing it for so long.
Yep. You just kind of walk past it. It's
do.
Natural now.
And we mentioned it, and he started picking up on it, like the words we were using and things we were talking about. And he just, he wasn't afraid to ask the questions. Hey, what's a scrape? Oh, dude, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't even realize,
Yep.
I take it for granted that I grew up, same thing, walking through the woods behind my dad, and he goes, look, you see that right there? And I'm looking like, what? Where? I don't see anything. And he's like, right here. That's a scrape. And explains what a scrape is.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's genius. So he killed his first deer with a bow this year. First deer he's ever killed. Killed it with a bow, on a tree stand I helped him hang and everything else. So, dude, he's head over heels for it now. He's totally into archery. Went out and bought a new triax. I want to punch him in the face for it. But dude, I love him, and he's going to be so much fun. Just kind of working through like his early years of hunting and progressing as a hunter and watching him get better and better and more advanced.
I couldn't agree more, man.
It's going to be pretty cool.
We kind of preach all the time on here about taking new hunters out, even whether they're kids or whether they're adults like us, people who are genuinely interested in it, but have no sense of direction, where to start, what to do.
They didn't grow up with that mentor.
And it's funny that you said, like, the things that we take for granted, like walking right past a rub or a scrape, like you take a mental note of it and it's gone. You know what I mean? I actually had something like that this past weekend. Like, I've been bass fishing with my wife for years. I've never kayak fished with her. She's kayaked forever with me. She's fished forever with me. Never put the two together. And that's a whole different world. Mm-hmm. It really is. And I just assumed that she went with it. You know what I mean? And there were several times this past weekend that, like, I had a little bit of a learning curve with it. Like, she would ask me something, hey, how do you do this? And I'm just like, oh, I didn't even think about it because I've been doing it for so long. It kind of like blew right past me. Like, I didn't put the two pieces together and After that, I was just tip after tip after tip.
Yeah.
She was sitting there and she was listening and taking it in. She started catching fish, started having a great time. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was funny because,
Cool.
you know, she, like you said, she's fished for
Mhm.
a while. She's kayaked for a while. You just figured the two would kind of go hand in hand whenever she would kind of figure it out on her own. And
Yeah.
then, you know, when things came up that she didn't understand or didn't know, it surprises you.
Yeah. How do you keep yourself in place when you throw a cast? And how do you keep yourself in place when you're reeling, when you're spinning and just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went through
totally
that same
different.
stuff first time out on Bessemer Lake trying to catch trout. I had a kayak scared to death. Scared to death. I'm like, I'm going to tip. It's freezing cold out. It's trout season. I'm going to die.
Yeah.
And on those little tiny sun dolphins that we have, those little
Oh, those
tiny
little guys.
ass yaks. Man,
Oh,
they're woo.
They're tippy.
They're tippy.
It's a little tippy.
Yeah. I got a nice one this past weekend. What?
I sent you something fun over there.
You did?
I did.
Let's see what Austin sent me. Oh, okay. This is a little tip out of the Walter Lee book,
This is
huh?
a tip out of the Walter Lee book. Shout out to Walter
That's what you've
Lee
been
and
doing
Chasing
over
Tails
there.
Outdoors.
I thought you just didn't care about our conversation. You were
No,
just writing things down.
I was game planning here. Game planning.
Boom. There it is.
Boom.
Okay.
So, what are your views on online trolls?
I see I see podcasts sometimes about this and videos and stuff, and you know, and it kind of brings up another topic too. Kind of actually on the trophy and meat hunter side of things too. You know, just for instance, like when I took Braden the other day hunting, he shot a Jake. If that's what he wanted to shoot and that's what he was happy with,
Shoot it.
shoot it.
Yeah.
What do you, like? I seen some guys on there like I had a online outdoor company, so to say. They shared the post. It was really cool. And it was Turkey Tuesday. He shot it on a Tuesday, so he tagged it like Turkey Tuesday. They share like every Tuesday, share someone that they're following or their followers, and they share one of their hunt. Well, they happened to share ours, and of course it was when Braden shot the Jake, and you've seen a couple guys get on there and, oh, why'd you shoot one step in the fan, or you know, you look at that young bird, or you know, you get them critics and stuff, you know. And typically, I mean, I won't shoot a Jake unless my year's going horrible. Boer was having a horrible year this past year. I mean, he struggled.
He was
I mean,
down to the wire, man.
It was me last year. I mean, I had the same exact year last year. Took it down to the last 3 days. You know, I put everyone first last year and videoed everyone, and I just didn't hunt for myself other than I think a couple times early. It was, you know, I took it down to the last couple days, and I was able to tag out on a couple long beards. I ended up filming 2 of my tags. But if it's legal and I mean, they all taste relatively the same. The one's not going to make you more money than the other one. I kind of get into the trophy and meat hunter type of thing. Even with deer, I'm going to let the 2.5, even 3-year-olds walk, giving them their chance to live, to grow, you know, fulfill their lifespan, you know. And it's something, I don't have to kill it. I have meat in the freezer. That's what I shoot a doe for early in the season. I have meat in the freezer. It's not like I have to shoot it for the meat. Other people are different. Everyone has a different mindset on it or opinion on it, you know. And I'm not saying, you know, I should have said from the beginning. These stories I'm telling are my tactics. It's not the right way. It's not the wrong way. It's what I do.
It's your way, man.
You know, it's what I do. It's how I'm successful. I'll show something. You know, the people I mentor, I'll take them hunting. I'll be glad to, and I'll tell them kind of what I do and my experience from it and the way I'm successful doing it. You may not agree with it. You don't have to do it. It's not the right way. It's not the wrong way. It's just how I do it, how I'm successful doing that. And back to the online trolls, and you're always going to have that, and you're going to have jealousy. I'll never forget. My wife shot her buck. I had people saying before the video was posted, I had people saying that I shot the deer for her, and she, you know, and that comes back to the video side of things. I video almost every animal I shoot. It's almost always video, not for that reason, but to show the hunt, and that just kind of proves a point. You know, I video these hunts, I air them, and you know, but we're not that type of people. Right. Why are you going to knock on someone for shooting a Jake or a longbeard? You know, we're going to eat it. It's going to taste the same. Jake might taste a little better, and he's proud of it. We just worked hard. I mean,
boy, did we work hard that day,
dude. That's my number one thing. You look at that picture, you see the smile on his face, how excited he is. Exactly. Why are you going to hate on somebody for that? He is so excited. He just killed a bird. He was having a tough year. Leave the man alone. Yeah. I mean, goodness gracious.
And that's with everyone. I mean, I'll see always online, and I just ignore it. I don't even chime in. Because, I'm just not that type of person. I'll see, well, it was coming to the last day, and, I just, I
Not
needed
the one I
meat.
wanted
It's not,
to take.
Not the one. Dude, take a moment. You just shot a buck, or a doe, or a Jake, or whatever. You're happy. You're proud. You're out there hunting. You're in the woods. You're doing this with family or by yourself, maybe getting out. Dude, don't look down on yourself or
Own it.
you degrade the hunt because you shot a smaller deer than your buddy or your neighbor or whatever. Live it. You're out there hunting. You're doing the right thing. It's legal. You're ethical. If everything's good, then by all means. If that's what you're happy putting your tag on, I'm all for it. I will not criticize you.
Yeah.
So that's how I see it.
And I'd be honest, I didn't realize there were like trolls that bad in turkey side of it. Because, a turkey to me is a turkey. A legal bird is a legal bird.
That's how it should be.
Bearded hens, jakes, toms, I don't care. It's a legal bird. Shoot it and kill it, man. Turkeys around here are hard enough to kill as is.
I agree, man.
Okay, and then you got, it's funny because you go back to like THP and their hashtag longbird, and their whole running joke about measuring the length of the bird.
We talked with Zach Fehrenbaugh about that, man. Honestly, like, just in general, I don't care who you are, what you do. Going back on what Laine was just saying, own what you shot, man.
Absolutely.
You decided to take care of business how you decided to take care of business. You're not always going to shoot a bigger deer than your buddy. It's almost impossible most of the time.
Yeah.
When it comes to turkey season, everybody's going to strive to kill a longbeard. It is what it is. Everyone wants to kill a big gobbler, but there are those years where you can't get on birds.
Mm-hmm.
You might hunt hard all season and you have a jay come in. It's your choice to shoot it or not.
Yeah.
If you're on the last week, I would all day.
I missed a tom and the jake hung out. Guess what? The jake got shot.
Jake got shot, man. Absolutely.
And I will never have taken that back. And the excitement, I have the video afterwards.
Yeah.
You want to see exciting? I'll show you that video of me on my GoPro afterwards.
Yeah, man.
Because I was just flipping out.
That's the way it should be. You should be
That's
excited
cool.
about what you put down, not, oh, well.
And I may have slipped up and said something that may have been taken in the wrong sense when I killed my buck this year by mentioning comments like, man, I wish he had that other side, because the half of it was broken off. But you knew my excitement after I shot that deer.
Yeah, man.
I was obviously texting you and I called you afterwards. I almost fell out the tree. Like,
I was working, man. You were texting me the whole time. I'm like, dude, if it makes you happy and you're excited about it and you get your heart pumping, shoot him, man.
He was already dead by that text, I think.
Yeah, it happens, man.
And again, like, we're all guilty of it. I am too. I was, hunting one year. I hunted a big buck. This past year, even, I was hunting an absolute giant, like 160. And I hunted him and hunted him and hunted him. And I shot a smaller, still Pope and Young, like right at 130. And, I didn't downgrade it, but I'm like, oh man, I settled for this. But, so I am guilty at times. We are, like, just like you with that deer. Man, I wish he had his other side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And again, I'm guilty. I've shot jakes and, sometimes I get down on myself, but we really shouldn't be. Even us sometimes take a step back. We're enjoying the outdoors. We're out there. We got meat. We should be very thankful for that we're able to do what we do, and
absolutely,
we're out there loving what we do. So, we're all guilty of it at times, even
absolutely.
So.
Well, when you're chasing a big buck all year long, and then all of a sudden the one just smaller than it comes out, and you shoot it, and you're like, you put all the effort in towards one deer.
Yeah.
Like you said, you spent every minute all summer long, all leading up to the fall to go get that one deer. And when you didn't fulfill it, you almost have that little bit of not regret, because if I asked you, would you shoot that deer again? I'll guarantee you the answer is yes, after the fact. But it's almost like that little bit of, man, I really wanted to get that one,
Yep.
Because you put all the effort in towards that one. That one meant the most to you.
Right.
And that's human.
Yeah.
But I think there is that side of that social media factor where people get that way, and you do have to, and I've been there, you have to take a step back and go, listen, dude, I do this because I love it. Mm-hmm. This is what I love to do. And
honestly, the people that are critics or criticizing, they're typically probably jealous because they can't get to do what what we do.
Yep,
they don't get to spend a lot of time outdoors, or maybe they came up short with shooting a good buck, or didn't fill their tags. You know what I mean? And it shouldn't be that way. We're all hunters. We are all hunters. Whether you're a trophy hunter or you're a meat hunter, we are all when it comes down to it, we're all hunters.
Absolutely, man. No, I couldn't agree more. And it's not hard to fall into that trap. And that's exactly how I classify it. It is a trap.
Mhm.
Because you might hunt a deer all season and really want to kill that deer, and then you come down to the last day and a just legal little basket comes under you, and you have that choice. It's legal.
Listen.
You can shoot it, but you've been chasing that deer all year. Now, if you do decide to shoot it, don't downgrade that deer.
Exactly.
No,
You know,
absolutely not.
don't do that. I mean, I've fell into that trap several times. I hunted a pretty big deer 2 years in a row that just disappeared. I mean, the last year, but you know, there were deer that I would have been more than happy to kill that I passed up. And at the end of the year, I was kicking myself because I was after that specific buck. Could have killed a good one.
And there's
just,
nothing wrong with that either.
There is
A lot of people hunt that way. They go after one specific buck, and if they don't feel that specific buck tag, and then, you know, they're okay. They can live with themselves.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, and
There's nothing wrong with that.
listen, my whole theory on it, when you're talking deer hunting, any deer you shoot with a bow is a trophy, number one.
Yeah.
It is way too hard. You think about it, put it into perspective. Say you're hunting the Allegheny National Forest, or you're just hunting a 300-acre piece behind your house, okay, that you have permission on. You put that into the whole perspective of a deer's range and how long or how wide and big it is, and you have to get that deer within, let's say, on average, 30 yards, 35 yards, you know, typically. You have to get them within that range, not screw up, not have them smell you, not have them see you, not have them hear you. You're beating senses that beat the human sense by tenfolds of millions, okay? And you have to get them in that little area, not screw up, draw back, get them into this site, and then make a perfect shot.
Yeah.
Then you have to make the shot and
then
kill
recover the deer.
recover the deer.
And if you're using a camera, just saying, you
And
know,
film
that,
it.
That comes into play.
Dude.
You got to kill them on the camera, too.
Yes.
You know, Michael Waddell says it best, and not a lot of people maybe care for him.
I love
I
Michael
love
Waddell.
He's a great. He's very inspiring. I mean, he's a great person in the industry.
He's another person that gets a bad rep because he's on TV.
Yes,
He's made it in the industry, and he does very well
and
for
that's
himself.
again, people will criticize. Oh man,
Yes.
he's probably hunting with high fence deer and this and cheating and this and that. And there are some bad folks in the industry. There is. I mean, you'll have that. However, like he says it best, everyone classifies a trophy different.
Yeah.
Everyone does. Whether you're hunting maybe your own property, you know, it's your ground, your name on it. You own that. And you shoot a 2.5-year-old 100-inch scrub buck, that may be a trophy to you because it's on your everyone classifies a trophy different.
Yeah.
One way or another, a different situation to another. You know, don't downgrade those people for, you know, their trophy because they're looking at it highly and they're proud of that. You know what I mean? Don't downgrade. We are, again, coming back to, we are all hunters. We're all after the same thing, doing the same thing, you know? So kind of a different way. I mean, go in for it with it mindful, you know, open-minded. And like I said, I thought that was really good. I watched, he aired something been a few weeks now, and he always goes in about the trolls and people criticizing stuff. And he kind of just went in about the topic of everyone classifies a trophy different. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm here to say it. Like, my dad says it best whenever he hunted this year and he's killed a ton of deer. I mean, he's probably killed more deer than anyone else I've ever known. And dude, he shot a deer this year that wasn't that big of a deer. It was a nice little 9-point. He shot it on public land. You know, he was going through some issues with his back and stuff, whatnot, but he was so proud of this deer. And like he said, man, the demon took over. That's how he classifies it. When the demon takes over in him, and he's got the itchy finger, he's just out to kill something, and but he's so proud of it. He'll never once did he ever mention, like, yeah, it's not the biggest deer, or, you know, there was other bigger one. No, he killed the deer, and he's proud of it because that's the deer he killed. You know, and that's what I've learned. Every deer you take with a bow is a trophy.
Couldn't
and every
agree more.
buck you take, I've know because I've been there. I've struggled for so many years trying to kill a buck with my bow. So many years. I feel you, Tanner. I feel you, brother. And when I finally got it done, man, it just all came together. And it was, you know, if I would have posted that and probably been some acclimated hunter or whatever, I probably would have got a lot of shit for it. Regardless, I would have got a lot of shit for it. I don't care.
Yeah.
My first buck ever with the bow, man.
Exactly.
That little spike right there. Right here.
Yeah.
I shot that buck with my bow.
You'll never forget it.
Never. My God. Especially that one. Never. But
that's cool.
Yeah.
It's just,
Right.
what a heated topic.
It is.
I love it.
It is. And you know,
Dude.
let's go a little bit lighter for a minute.
Okay.
Let's move on to rapid fire.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
We didn't prep you for any of these, so
Okay.
it's just off the cuff. Try and give short answers, but if you feel like you need to emphasize on them, feel free to Carry away, my man. You want to start him off?
Yeah, because your handwriting kind of sucks. I'm just kidding. Laine Baker, what is your number one tip for a new hunter? Deer hunting. Or all hunting. It could go across the board.
Really don't look much into it. It's hunting. Get in the woods. Be ethical. Have fun with it. You don't need the best of everything. For one, a lot of guys I hear, oh man, I need to get a Benelli, or I need to get the top of the line bow. You don't need all that. You don't. Is it nice to have? Absolutely. But just get out there. Spend time. Be patient. And it's really all about time. Spend your time wisely and persistence. If you're getting after it and your heart's there and you want something, dude, chase it. Get out there and hunt it. Just get in the woods. You don't need to have the best of everything, the best camo, the best bow, the best rifle. Get something you can hunt with, whatever it is, as long as it's legal. Get out there and just hunt and just be patient. If the first opportunity don't work out, the second will, or the third will, and just be after it.
Dude, solid answer, man. Honestly, solid answer. If you could choose one species of animal to hunt for the rest of your life, and that's the only thing that you could ever hunt again, what would it be?
So this is a different one. 100%, I would have to say elk.
Ooh.
And I don't have a lot of experience with that. I've never harvested an elk, but I have been out there. I've called bulls in. I've called herds in. I mean, I've experience the hunting side of things and stuff, and it ain't easy. The only thing I can really say, it's like calling in giant turkeys. Just a different kind of sound, you know what I mean? It's calling anything I can call. Which is quite a bit actually. You can a lot of game species you can call to and they respond, but man, elk are a different breed. It's unreal, and they taste amazing.
They sure do.
They sure do, man.
They
so
do.
I would have to choose elk.
Dude, excellent.
It's actually a pretty good answer. I need to get elk hunting. Maybe next year.
Yeah, I was supposed to go this year, but being that I have a little girl on the way in September,
You kind of screwed that one up.
Yeah.
2020 is looking a little better.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'll see you then. All right, so everything that you hunt and everything that you do, if you could shoot or catch a state record, what would it be?
Shoot or catch?
Yeah, it could be anything. It could
Shoot
be
or catch.
State record, muskie.
Fishing's out. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love to fish. Huge fly fisherman. A lot of people don't like the fly fishing guys, but
That is not true.
yeah, I love to fly fish for obviously big trout and salmon and steelhead and stuff. However, hunting tops fishing for me any day of the week. So
Same, yeah.
if I had to shoot trophy,
It could be the state record.
State record, okay.
Any species. It could be the biggest rabbit.
that would be cool.
That would be cool.
It would probably be it'd probably be whitetail.
Yeah.
It'd probably be whitetail with me with my bow.
On film.
I can dig that.
Yeah.
Just got done fighting another
for sure on film.
10 inches under the state record, and you just kicked his ass. And
just beat up a 280 inch, and it's a 300. I shoot the 300 inch.
Came in and mounted a doe at
possible.
20 yards, and you just smoked him right off top of her.
Yeah.
All on camera.
Beautiful.
That sounds
Beautiful.
right. That sounds about right.
That's doable.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
If you could pick one person from any period of time, past or present, to hunt with, who would it be? There's so many good people to pick. I mean, it could be, anybody.
Sorry, Tanner.
Just didn't make the list.
So, I can't really choose one. I mean, I love going out with my wife because it's something we bond over and share together as husband and wife, but family, any of my family. I mean, it wouldn't be I would like to go with even like guys in the industry. I mean, I have my choice of guys like in the industry. I'd love to just pick their brain and go and hunt with them, like Tim Wells, Josh Bomar, any of the guys from Realtree, any of them. But when it comes down to, if you had to choose one person, I'd still hunt with my family. Someone from my family, my wife, my nephew, someone out of my family.
Couldn't agree more there. All right, I have one more here on his paper, and then I have another one that I
have
personally...
one more too.
Oh, well, good. This will work perfectly. What is the one piece of equipment you would never go into the woods without, besides your camera? Put that
Okay.
in there.
Honestly, a little different. I wouldn't go without my phone.
Genius.
And it's not that I need my phone. I mean, nowadays in the age, everyone, like, if they lose their cell phone, oh my God,
Right.
my phone. I do it. But honestly, my phone is everything. My Onyx Maps is a huge one.
Agreed.
Like, that my Onyx Maps is always up. It has everything. My phone calls my maps, different apps I use for hunting, temperature, weather, that's one tool that we use more than we think, even for hunting. I'm always constantly, when I'm out deer hunting or whatever, I'm on my phone, looking at the maps, looking at the wind direction, what's coming in, what weather's upon us, or, so I utilize my phone a lot for a bunch of different features, and that's one thing I wouldn't probably, technology is wonderful in so many ways now that people really, it's a key feature that a lot of guys can't really live without. I mean, I can't really live without it.
I like it.
Especially for hunting. My phone died the other day. I was off for like 5-6 hours. My wife had a fit. It was like, she can't find me. Where are you? You're in a ditch somewhere. I was enjoying it so much, to be honest.
I called you.
Yeah.
I sent you a text.
Yeah. My phone had been off for like 4 to 6 hours, and I lived the best life in that 4 to 6 hours, just away from it all. But for hunting wise,
yeah, it sounds a little crazy, but yeah, it has everything.
It makes total sense.
Yeah,
for
it has
hunting,
right. It has, everything you need, especially like the Onyx Maps with the landowners and stuff, and just making sure where you're allowed to be, and the scouting side of things, and even Google Maps. Like, I learned so much. Like, oh, there's a hidden field back there, like turkey hunting. Like, man, I need to check that out, and then boom, that becomes like an excellent spot. It's a strut zone, or hey, there's an opening in the woods. I have to check that, and then boom, it becomes an excellent spot. You know what I mean? So I utilize the features the phone gives you. So
I was kind of looking for it on the table, see if I can snatch it up. There it is.
It's all shattered and everything. I need to get a new
Snatch
screen.
that up. We
dude.
need those Onyx waypoints. You got to get that phone.
Yeah, she's used and abused. There's a passcode on it, so you'd have a tough time.
We'll figure it out. I know some hackers.
I'll hold him at beer point. You got it.
All right, Austin, give me your last one.
What is your favorite podcast, and who is your favorite podcast host?
Wow, put them on the spot.
Well,
Don't say
since
ours.
I'm here,
You don't have to say ours.
no, I dig what you guys are doing, and I love that you guys are local, and it's cool. I mean, you guys have no, really. Like I listen to few of your podcasts, and I'm always laughing. You guys, I mean, it's more natural, not serious. We're just here bull crapping in the rack shack or whatever you
That's
call
right.
it.
Attaboy,
No,
the rack
you got
shack,
it,
you
man.
got it.
And so, but over the last few years, I've really listened to Gritty Bowman, Brian Call.
Yep.
He has some good stuff.
Yeah, man, that's a solid choice, man.
Mhm.
Him and even Joe Rogan. I mean, he's a little more rounded and goes into some other topics. But as far as like the hunting and outdoor industry and stuff, I love listening to Gritty Bowman. He hits a lot of cool topics with a lot of different interesting people.
If you listen to the Hunting Beast podcast,
I have not.
do yourself a great favor. and do
Here's the
that.
thing with the
Okay.
Hunting Beast. It's excellent content. The audio
It's
is almost
okay. So it's maybe a little harder to listen to.
is
Is
harder
what he's
to listen
saying,
to.
dude. The
I
content.
feel like they do it on purpose.
And the information you get out of those it turned me into like a 180, blew my mind, got me hooked on podcasting forever. It was the first one I ever listened to. It was like,
Yeah.
holy crap, the stuff you'll gain from that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Especially if you're like an aggressive, on the go kind of hunter, hunting buck beds,
Right.
Dude.
That's cool. That's all about me.
Yeah, man.
I
have to
knew
check it
your
out.
kind of personality, that one would go really well with you.
It's great listening and connecting with these podcasts. I mean, even like anyone's, they hit, like they'll be getting into like topics of the hunts and stuff, and I'll be getting excited going down the road in my car. I'm like, yeah, this is great, and podcasting, I mean, it's become more and more popular. You don't have to get in front of a computer or TV screen and watch it. You can listen to these guys and their experiences, and it's great. And I love what you guys are doing. That's cool. Bringing it up local and stuff. It's,
Much
man, it's
appreciated,
awesome.
man.
For
yeah,
sure.
heck yeah.
It's fun because like you'll know because you have tons of experience already. So when you go in and listen to them, you can relate to so much they're saying and put them into your own
Yes.
stories and your
Yes.
own experiences.
Yeah.
And it's like you can relate them directly to hunts. Like, wow, that's why that happened.
Yep.
I need to be here. I need to do this. And it's like,
Yeah,
literally blown my mind.
right. And there's always something to learn. I'm going down the road, like, no kidding.
Yep.
They'll get into like talking about bows and arrow weights and everything, every aspect.
Blows my mind,
It's
man.
That stuff.
unreal.
Way over my head.
I'm telling you what, like Josh Bomar, if you follow him on his social and stuff, I mean, he is. I give him props. I mean, he's always like instructional videos and stuff, and what he uses, and what like the experiences he's has with stuff. Like he has it going on, man.
He should be on his Kodiak hunt right now, I think, with his homemade trad boat, right?
I-
Or it's soon.
It's soon, I think. I don't. It might not be quite yet, but
Pretty quick here.
it's coming up.
Yeah.
He was showing his trabo and some techniques. Actually,
Yeah.
the other day I was watching how he did some different things. He was making his like own like release or
Yep.
for his fingers or whatnot for the trabo.
Wearing the nose guard, everything.
Nose guard.
Yeah.
He mentioned how he has a big beak and he gotta tape it, tape his
does
nose.
got a beak
But
on
yeah,
him.
I love following the Bomars. They edit majority of their hunts themselves. You know what I mean? They're just they're like us.
Yep.
They have their fitness side of things and run their own business, and they get down and dirty with it, man. And it's cool. It's like everyday men and women just like us, loving what we do, and it's cool. It's not like they putting up tons of food plots,
Right.
and nothing against that. And that's something we can get into another time. That's a whole nother thing. Like, I'm a more natural hunter, and I don't do that side of things. Not that I'm saying it's wrong, because it's great, and I do hunt over farmers' food, food source and stuff. But yeah, it's cool to see different people in the industry, like the Lakowskis. They hunt over their farm. They really put effort into it and work and stuff. And where the Bomars, they will, but they hunt for it. They really do.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're on the move a lot and chasing
boy,
it.
do they
and,
shoot their bows a lot, man.
Boy,
At distance.
and that's why and that's how they get good and they're comfortable shooting at them. I mean, they
Absolutely.
are constantly
Yeah.
shooting their bows. I mean,
Yeah.
80, 90, 100,
Unreal.
120 yards.
And just sticking them all right in there.
Makes that 20-yard shot that much easier.
Well,
Yep.
and that shot that he made on that giant buck that he killed, I watched recently.
It was like 60-some yards.
It was long.
He
It was
laid
a
it
lot
right in
longer
there,
than I
man.
thought, and he just,
It was
he
cool.
poked it right in on
him and Sarah get it done.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
It's right on, and all about their bows. You know what I mean? And it's their name fits who they are. I mean,
Yeah.
Bomar bow hunting.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
man, they do it. They do it up. It's
Agreed.
cool.
Agreed.
Oh, I do have another question, huh?
Hit it, kid.
A double or triple bearded turkey or a buck with drop tines?
Buck with drop tines.
Ooh, that's what I thought you'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of figured that.
I've only had a couple in my hunting areas, and one actually had like a 7 or 8 inch drop tine, 7 or 8 inch drop tine, and a guy in rifle season gone, which good for him. That was cool. But yeah, I was watching him for quite a while, and he was in my area. He was coming through. Never did see him when I was actually had the bow with me, but we would see him in the evenings, milling through the field and with does, chasing does, and like, man, I would love to kill that buck. And then I think the following year, a neighbor shot him in rifle season. He has him on his wall. It's really nice buck.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, but this is
absolutely
coming from the
awesome.
guy that just killed a monster triple bearded turkey. It's not a fair question.
Yeah.
Jealousy thing again. Hi, Tanner.
Yeah,
You're
man.
more like me.
No, in my defense, I did not know it was triple beard.
It just looked like a giant
Yeah,
beard.
it was all
Yeah.
laying together. And when I got up there, I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll have multiple beards. Like, it's not a very uncommon thing. Like, I know probably a handful of guys that shot multiple beards this year, but they're like
They're
stringy.
super thin.
Yeah, one or two, like they'll find like 1 or 2 hairs coming out
Mhm.
above or one. But this one had like 3 solid beards.
Legit beards, man.
3 beards that stand alone would have been great beards.
If
on a
it
bird.
had bigger spurs, it would have bought full body mount. I didn't full body mount, but if it would have had good spurs, like 2-inch or bigger spurs, it would have been on the wall. But
What was the
Oh,
total
man.
inches on the?
it was like 33, 32, 33 inches of beard.
Oh
Yeah.
my god,
It was wicked.
that's crazy, man.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
It was cool.
I don't think I've killed 32, 33 inches of beard combined in my whole life.
Oh, bro. Next year it'll be all right.
One tear just fell from my face.
Oh, one solemn tear.
We'll get after it next year.
We will.
We'll change that.
Yeah. It's my fault. I didn't get into turkey very
It's all right.
seriously until the last few years. Oh, I love it.
Not a big deal, man. We'll get you on more.
And
It'll
we'll
be
have
good.
to get out with you, Austin.
Yeah,
Yeah, we had a fun.
I'm kind of a loner most of the time.
Nothing wrong with that.
Like I like I'll take Anthony or I'll go with him on the weekends and stuff.
Yeah.
But during the week is like my time.
Yeah.
I like to go out and just do my own thing. I can
Yeah.
hunt at my own pace and.
No doubt.
We can't
Yeah.
really get out.
I like days like that too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can go your own pace, do your own technique. You know, no one, not that we'd hold you back or nothing, but no one holding you back and, you know, sneak in. A lot of times it's better with one person sneaking in and less movement, less noise, a little more stealthy. So, yeah, but it's fun to go pound them with your buddies.
I agree, man. I agree.
Especially
I couldn't agree
turkey.
more.
Oh,
It is so much fun going out with your buddies. Like, I had a blast even this year. They went to Ohio the one weekend. They went and camped out. I had a wedding. I went out the same day after. I slept in and I went out for like 3-4 hours over in Ohio. I was texting them and Snapchatting them and talking to them. Like, I felt like we were hunting together. We were in two totally different areas. I was north, they were south, and it was, I don't know, it was fun.
We got to make
that
trip happen again next year. That was a lot of fun.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
We'll plan it out better, but that was a lot of fun doing that.
Agreed. But anyway, Laine, where can everybody find you? What's your YouTube channel? Instagram, Facebook, all that fun stuff. Whatever you want to share.
Yeah, so I don't really have a brand name. I had in the past. And, you know, it's kind of just my own thing. So it's just my name, you know, just Laine _ Baker. You know, my first name, LAINE _ Baker. And that's on YouTube. Just type in Laine Baker and everything will pop up. If you type in like PA bear hunt or whatever, I'm like the first or second or third video.
Sweet.
That's like my biggest hit. Like, it really got, and again, I'm always like, you know, man, I could really build my YouTube channel. I just need to focus on the editing part of things, and I never do. Like, Booer actually's really helped me out. He's gonna do a couple videos for me and stuff, and I have some new software coming, a new computer, so some things should start to get better and grow a little more, but yeah, like my bear hunt, it really hit off. I mean, I think I have close to 40,000 views.
Oh, nice, man.
Yeah, it really kicked things off, and
it helps when you're passing up black bears in PA with a bow.
2 days.
Savage.
And
he's a savage.
Yeah, we need to have another podcast.
We're going to. We're going to get into all that fun. So we didn't even ask you about your favorite story, which is like
I know,
prime time.
Oh, man, I could go on with that that could be a whole podcast itself. Yeah. But yeah, 2 days of PA black bear hunting, I see 9 bears.
Oh my, that's unheard of.
Yeah.
That is unheard of.
I've seen 2 my entire life.
I haven't seen 9 black bears in my life. I've seen probably 6 or 7, but
okay.
not
Hunting
9 in one
in
day.
a tree, I've seen 2.
Yeah, it was intense, and my wife was able to come out for the first day, and I told myself, I'm like, listen, I'm doing this. They're in the area. I'm with my bow. I'm taking off the whole week, and I'm getting a bear. Like, my mind was set on it. And she got to see some of the bears the first day. It was really cool. Then the second day, I went out by myself, and it was when it was all happened around 1 o'clock. And yeah, I was after like a 600-pounder, and dude, I couldn't pass up the 300-pounder.
Dude, yeah.
I actually right after that, I shot and we'll get going. Like I said, I could talk forever, but right after I shot that bear, a group of turkeys came in, and it was fall turkey, and I shot a gobbler like 50 yards with my bow. Wish I would have had my triple trophy. It was perfect. Like, everything came to, and I shot it, and it flew down over the hill and like bleed and everything. And all I found was a bunch of mess, and whether a predator got it like later that day after the bear, I never did find it. But
oh man,
yeah, they've been pretty cool. I got it on video and everything. It was sweet. Yeah, I grew up on it was a nice long beard, and yeah, it kind of took off flying over the hill, and like air was hanging out, and like guts and stuff. And yeah, I thought I had a good shot and everything. It would have been laying because you could hear it like crash. I never did find it. They can be tough. They crawl up under stuff.
They do.
Their freaking kill zone, man. It's so small, especially with a bow.
But even when you do get them, like you said, and they get away, they crawl up under a log or something.
Yep.
You know, they don't leave like a great blood trail like a deer does.
Yep.
either.
And that's why now, and I'll tell everyone, like, dude, just get a guillotine broadhead. Don't take the chance of them, because I've done it. I've shot them. I've made that mistake and not hitting that little kill zone, and they get away. Now that I went to the turkey head broadhead, dude, if you either hit them or you don't, it's a clean miss, and you can hunt them another day. Yeah. That's how I look at it. You hit them, they're going to be right there.
Good call.
Or you can hunt them another day.
Yeah, you don't got to 10 ring them.
Yeah,
right.
exactly. Yeah.
Shout
So
that's
out
awesome,
to VIP on the Gobbler Guillotine.
ooh, let's go.
Yeah.
ooh,
Our boys, Matt and Cindy.
Matt and Cindy Theodore Ray, what's up, guys?
We love those guys.
Yeah,
And
they are
lady.
awesome.
Sorry, Cindy.
And lady.
Yes.
Hi, Cindy.
Cindy, you're my favorite.
All right, man. Well, thanks for coming on, man. We really appreciate you taking the time out of your day, coming on. I appreciate you taking this guy out and teaching him a little bit about
I
turkey hunting.
appreciate you taking me out turkey
My
hunting.
pleasure.
You're gonna have to teach me how to cut like that, though. 'Cause
Dude, your purrs and stuff, they're on point.
I can purr.
That sounded good. That
Thank
soft
you.
purr and
Thank
stuff.
you.
You could finish the deal. I would get him in close and let you finish him. 'Cause that was on point.
Yeah, agreed.
I just can't cut like this son of a bitch, man.
Ooh.
You gotta hear it. It's
I like getting them fired up.
dude.
I like
and
It's almost like they can't resist it.
They can't.
It's great.
He puts this little cut combo together, and they're just like, like they don't even know what they're gobbling at. They just don't. They don't know.
Yeah, man.
No, but thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. This is
Yeah,
cool.
man.
I mean, this is my first podcast, and it's really neat, and building friendships and stuff. And I look forward to the future, adventures together and stuff. And it's cool.
Absolutely, man.
yeah, man.
Absolutely.
So,
Send it there.
Send it.